Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Soul Food Priest podcast with Father Ben. It's wonderful to have you. And I'm here with Khira and Silvia. Hey, guys.
Hello.
So we were thinking today that people sometimes ask us, what are some of the basic tools that one might need in their kitchen? So what would you guys say to this? Like, what are some of the basic tools? Like, if I was going to go into your kitchen and say, oh my gosh, Khira has blank, what would I find, Khira?
See, that's why I posed the question to you, because I want to know what I need to have.
Basic tools in the kitchen.
You gotta have a good sharpened knife.
Yes.
Knife.
Because you can cook anything, but if you don't have a good knife, it's just gonna be a hard
And you
time.
know how to sharpen knives.
I do. Well, I've got a little machine thingamabob.
Okay.
I don't do the. I can't.
Okay.
I
I
feel
have
like
a
I'm
husband.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fingers
Does he use a stone or a steel, or does he have like a sharpening thing that grinds it down?
But like he likes the whole steel thing with the, make you feel really cool.
And
Do
it
all
sounds
of
like
that.
really fast.
And
Yeah.
then he does it through the stone.
Yeah.
That's
To
what
give
I
it
do.
the
You feel like
That's
you're
what
doing.
I
You feel like you're doing a hibachi at the
like
Japanese restaurant.
extra little touch.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then
See, the machines will grind it down over time, and that's not good.
That's what I
They
do.
make it sharp, but they'll grind it
That's what I
down.
do.
Like, have you guys ever seen the Japanese tri-stone, the wet stone they call it?
yeah.
Maybe.
So it goes coarse, medium, fine. That's really the best thing to do.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Good point.
And we got one here too.
I got Mundo one of those like weird, the videos now with like they're so satisfying. You're watching people.
Oh
like,
yeah.
out in like the wild.
Is that the circular one?
It's like this thick.
Yeah.
And it's made of
Right.
steel, and it's weird, but it's cool, and it's
Yeah.
huge, and it's so sharp.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to use it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And I'm like, dude, that's why I bought you that.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah,
then I
it's part of the
started,
joy.
using it.
So
It's like so cool.
Yeah, to have, in my opinion, I think it's important to have like a chef knife,
Yes.
some type of chef knife that is fitted, that's balanced to one's
Yes.
hands. Like usually maybe a 6 or 8 or 10-inch chef knife. I used to have a 12-inch chef knife, and the thing was like a
No.
sword.
Nope.
And so we used to cut lobsters with it. A serrated knife for, say, cutting watermelon
Yes.
or tomatoes.
Tomato is the key on that one. For me.
And a paring knife
Yes.
I do have paring knife.
that's sharp.
Okay.
A
Very
sharp
important.
paring
Like,
knife.
check.
So I was
I use
close.
all three
You
of
were
those.
yes.
I was close.
Yes.
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 Very
So
important.
that
A good
And I didn't
skillet.
know. I didn't know we were going to
Yeah.
talk about knives. Yes.
And you've like, if I were going to go in your kitchen, Sylvie, would I find a KitchenAid mixer?
No. But let me tell you why. Because I have promised myself to get me one. And then I go, and they don't have the color that matches my kitchen. I know. I know.
That's
Please
actually
tell
a little-
me, please tell me that you didn't just say this.
I did.
You did. You don't have a KitchenAid
So I've
mixer,
just
and your
used-
daughter loves
I've just
baking.
used the hand one because it matches my kitchen.
Do you
I
see the
know.
vein in my forehead? You see the vein? Okay.
But
So-
I still do stuff, but I have the hand one.
Yeah.
One day I will find the one that's just perfect.
Honestly, though, I was trying to find a KitchenAid mixer, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many colors. What color would I get? And I kind of got stumped on that I never did it.
We're girls.
But then when my aunt passed away, there was a KitchenAid mixer like shoved in the back of her closet, and nobody else claimed it, so I took
I
it.
won't
You got
wait
it,
till
good.
I
I
won't
got
wait
it.
till all of my aunts died.
Sorry.
I'll probably.
Yeah.
I promise.
And it's
Well,
black. It goes
I will
with my
get
stuff.
one.
And it is really worth, those of
It
you
totally
that
is
do
worth
not
it.
have a KitchenAid mixer, it is worth the money to
It
get
is.
one.
It is
What
totally
size is
worth
good?
it.
So if you get, it's 4 quart,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they have 3 quarts.
they have
so
varieties,
You get
too.
4 quarts. And what the good thing about a KitchenAid mixer, as opposed to other mixers, if one is doing a dough in it, if it's not heavy, it can roll off the table. And so, and I've had that happen. So KitchenAid mixers are heavy, which makes them a little annoying to move. On the other hand, it's worth it. One of the other tools to have, in my opinion, good cast iron skillet.
Yes.
That you don't wash. Some
Important.
parchment paper.
Yes.
Very
I have-
important.
oh my
Or a silpat.
goodness.
Yeah.
We ran out of parchment paper the other day. I was like, "Where's the parchment?" And yeah, that's key.
It's
crucial.
helpful. It's helpful to have parchment.
Especially with pizzas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then like to have a sense of spices.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, have a sense of spices. Like you probably have heard me make this recommendation before, but if you take the spices, let's say that you got 15 spices at your house, and then get a big pitcher of water, and just dip your finger in the water, dip your finger in the spice, and taste it, and then wash your mouth out, spit, and then go to the next one.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you do that every day for like 3 or 4 days, what happens is you create a memory of spices. So if you think, let's say like this morning I made quiche for our staff, and so quiche, that cream goes well with nutmeg. So it's interesting. The brain kind of picks up on these things.
I think that's gonna be like a new activity I'm gonna do.
Oh well, and I was actually
Let's
just
do that.
thinking, because we're homeschooling a couple of our kids, and one of them, he's like Benjamin. Actually, he's getting into like cooking and flavors and tasting and everything, and I'm like, ooh, that could be a nice little lab experiment. And he just gets this whole memory.
I can do that.
Yeah, the
then he'll
bad
be
thing
cooking
is
for us.
after you do about 15, your palate is fried.
Yeah.
Like you have to kind of wait till the next day.
Yeah.
To do it again, but it is really true. It's kind of like how it's not unlike how we hear a song that we love and we commit it to memory, and then 20 years later you wake up singing that song, and like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Right. And so it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
We create a memory, and it's helpful to have some of these kind of basic tools.
Yeah.
And
Love
a
that.
good cutting board helps.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, and a clean kitchen. I cannot
Clean
cook.
as you go.
I cannot cook if my kitchen is a mess.
Yeah.
So cook and clean.
Yeah, table trash, having a table trash. Like if one is peeling, you don't peel away from you, you peel towards you. And what happens then is you have one pile of peels right here, and you don't have a spray of potato or carrot juice all over the place, right? You peel towards you, not away from you.
Yep.
Right.
We got to get you back to teach us how to properly do stuff.
Yeah.
Peel away from me over the trash can.
No one's perfect. So, in the same way, please tell me you don't do that over the trash can.
She said over the trash can.
So what happens if it drops in the trash can?
What drops?
Like your
Potato?
carrot or potato.
I'm really good, and it doesn't drop.
Yeah. Do you-
If I would do that, my hand is
But
so
like,
small,
I'd
like
be
it would
afraid,
fall.
like a carrot. I'd be afraid I'd like
you
cut my
you hold
hand.
it like this.
Well, yeah, I'd be afraid I'd slice my hand. Like,
You turn it.
yeah, but
And you have to have a good
We'll do a
peeler.
class.
You do towards yourself?
Yeah, and sometimes I don't use a peeler, I just use a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to have a good
I mean,
knife.
I could do that like with like an apple,
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like...
but like a
yeah.
carrot or a sweet potato.
We'll do a class.
or a
but
potato.
we'll go over
like
it.
I go away. Like no, don't get me.
But then
my
it
hands
sprays all over the kitchen.
in the trash.
Especially. Anyway, so to that point, so in the same way that we have 5 different
Say I'm
things.
your favorite.
Thank you.
Can.
So, yeah, in with the good, out with the cure. In with the good, out with the cure. So,
right
5 tools in the spiritual
Yes.
life.
Oh, spiritual life. Yes.
So, what would be for you guys if somebody were going to say, "Okay, look, I'm just now entering the faith. I don't know anything." Like, what would be something? Because I have my thoughts, but what would you say?
Oh.
Okay, what's important for my spiritual life, so important, and it might not be in your list, but for me, is my alone time in prayer, alone, quiet, and I feel like if I learn from a Bible class, I learn from, learning, but that silent time that I have a one-on-one with the Lord is the best for my spiritual life. It's my favorite.
So and how often do you do that, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually, I do it often. I'm not going to say I do it daily, but I need it.
Several times
a week.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it is never at a certain time. Because mom's being busy, work and everything. But you have to find, and it's when you're having that trouble, anything, just take a moment. That's when you need to stop. Sometimes when you're having a nice day, you're not really doing much. Instead of just, before you start that movie, before you start cleaning, before anything, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because then you'll forget.
Yeah.
But that's very important for my
So a diet of prayer. What would you say, Khira?
I was just thinking, I love daily mass readings. So the Bible, but daily mass readings, in which, you could get a missal, but if you're Catholic, or you're even cradle Catholic, and you get a missal and you're like, I don't know how to flip through this.
It can
great
be
apps for it. There are great apps that have
websites, everything.
Websites, USCCB, they've all got it there. So to me, if you're I don't know how to pray, I don't know what to do, that's always a good place to start, because it's small chunks.
So the Hallow app has that, right?
The Hallow app has the daily mass readings that you can read, or that they can read to you. Yeah, so there's that. And I would say, right now, this day and age, I think the Hallow app is a great, spiritual tool, because if you're just I don't even know how to do prayer, it just...
You pray with them.
They guide you through it, whether it's Liturgy of the Hours, night prayer, Mass, Rosary... because I was thinking, worship songs, because I was thinking anybody, I'm a tool would be the rosary is a tool, not a piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, it's how do I do this?
Right.
And so it kind of helps, walks you through that.
Right.
And so it's less intimidating. So I think that that's key. And then I just read, and this was actually on that app. It was an audiobook. Dr. Peter Kraft, Prayer for Beginners.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Such a great book.
Yeah, that's a great book.
I was that was, and I pray on a regular basis, but even reading through that book was so good. Just, I
love anything by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good tool to kind of start with.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's funny. I think if you ask most Catholics, they'll have the rosary. They have two rosaries. They have the one they use and the one that hangs from the rearview mirror, right?
Yep.
And so
the ones at home.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was in Target a few years ago, and I'm walking through the auto section, and they had a packaged smell good rosary for your car.
I've never seen
and
those.
I was like, really? In Target? I was like, I guess it's like an air freshener, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I've lived too long or something. I don't know. But and I think also, as we talk often on the podcast, one of the things that's a good tool is, for lack of a better term, community.
Yes.
Because what happens is it's just like with, we go to a spin class or whatever it is. You kind of hold each other accountable.
Yeah,
exactly.
And there's that accountability thing that happens in the spiritual life. And the same way, with AA, you have a sponsor or whatever it is. We all need that kind of accountability. It's the same reason why I have a spiritual director. And it's good. It's good, right? Because it's if you imagine anybody that's ever sold their home, the realtor will always say, right, we need to get rid of the pets. They're coming to visit. Make it look like you just moved in 20 minutes ago. Immaculate. So the people can imagine all their stuff in there and nesting it and making it a home. I think sometimes that's good. It's a good analogy for imagining how do I want to be in my spiritual life.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where I want to be. Okay, now how do I materialize, what they call actualize this? How do I make this happen?
Yeah.
That's how I want to be. And I think sometimes people don't do that enough. They just kind of fumble along, right? Not that that's a bad thing, but in other words, we want to aim high. Again, to borrow the food analogy, that's why in Michelin restaurants, they push each other for cleanliness, for for perfection all the time. And those people leave there and they are incredible. They're incredible. It's like coming out of Harvard or something like this. These people are amazing because they all hold each other to a different level of quality. And that's why community in the spiritual life is so important, because the same logic is that we're pushing each other to go to the next level, whereas left to my own devices, I just kind of be not blah, but we're just kind of phoning it in, so to speak, right?
And to that point, Father, I guess surrounding yourself with people that have higher knowledge than you in the faith and your spiritual life. If you surround yourself with kind of the same people, the people that are kind of like the same, how are you going to grow with each other? So maybe surrounding yourself with people that know more, that have studied more, that can get you somewhere else.
Yeah, that have more life experience or wisdom. Even when we have a crisis moment, they're like, look, it's going to be fine. Take a deep breath, step back, right? And then 20 years later down the road, you return the favor, hopefully, to somebody else.
Yeah, true.
I think another good set of tools is like sacramentals, just having a crucifix, having holy water in your house, or blessed salts, or wearing a crucifix, all of having statues of saints or images around your house, different things like that, because it's just, you can go through your day and not even, you just get so distracted that all of a sudden you just like see something, you're like, oh yeah, or like holy water, and you just dip it, because there have been sometimes at my house lately, we've got a little holy water font, and it's usually dry, but my 5-year-old has been like pouring it into the brim, and there are some times where I'm like super frustrated or like overwhelmed, and I'm like, and then I'll look and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh Lord, help us, like, it's so. Or we had blessed salts in our house the other day, and we had a murderer on the loose, and so I he was like really close by, and so I grabbed some blessed salts and was praying the St. Michael prayer and putting it at every doorway and at every window, and just trusting that we were going to be safe, we were going to be protected, and this evil was not going to be allowed into our house. And so I mean, just those physical things that help bring you back, like help ground you, I think, from all of the crazy things happening in life, just kind of help bring you back, ground you back into the faith, and okay, Lord, you take care of this.
Right. And for those of you who may not know, Khira's talking about sacramentals. And so for Catholics, our sacramentals are different than sacraments. So the sacramentals lead us to the sacraments. So like a blessing, for instance, is a sacramental, or like all the examples that you were talking about. And that's sometimes a point of confusion for a lot of non-Catholics, right?
Yeah, because even non-Catholics can have the sacramentals, and and most of the time, once they start to do that, then it leads them to the sacrament.
Yeah, it's really true. I mean, it is kind of funny how many people will come into a church office and say, look, I'm not Catholic. Can I have a rosary? Can I get some holy water? And
or will you bless this?
Yeah.
Or they sent me to a Catholic priest, even though I'm not Catholic, because I think I need an exorcism.
Yes. That's right. That's right. Yeah. And then I give them the card of another priest friend of mine. Yeah.
For our youth now, Father, social media is so big. I guess something that would be a good tool to have would be, what are you listening to? What are you watching? Yeah. There's amazing, great, youthful worship music. I mean, it's just stuff to be listening in the car. Amazing. There's great movies and series that are not only based on religion, but just great. What things are you watching? What things are you listening to? Is that really going to help help you get to where you want to be? So that's important to who you're hanging out with, what you're listening to, what you're watching, because you could be doing all the good things, but then subconsciously you're watching things, and it might take you somewhere else.
Well, and Jesus himself makes that point. He said the light is the lamp for the body, and when you take in darkness, your whole mind and body will be dark, right? And so and it begins to really change one's thinking.
Yes.
I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
It begins to change our thinking gradually over time. So that's a really good point. Yeah, little by little. I mean, and I think it's good. It's kind of good to kind of keep these things in mind, because I think for those of us that have spent so much of our life Catholic, we don't really think about it.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
I
like.
mean, we don't really, and I'm like, oh yeah, holy salt. Oh yeah, holy, like, and it is really beautiful. And so,
yeah, I was even thinking too, like the lives of the saints.
yeah. Oh man,
You know,
definitely.
I mean, like even Saint Ignatius of Loyola had a massive conversion
Yep.
just by reading the lives of the saints. And you know, to me, because I'm always about practicalities, like life is busy, life is hectic, there's a lot going on. So like sometimes when you're again looking at the whole spirituality that's in Catholicism, it can be daunting and overwhelming. So I always kind of like what's practical in, you know, and in our liturgical calendar, you have Saint's feast day. So if you're like, I don't know anything about that saint, or maybe you do know something about that saint, you can always Google them and look into them and, you know, read a little bit on them, even if it's just a little excerpt, a little saint of the day. But that's also kind of that community aspect too, of like, you know, they're part of our community as well. And so, and they've attained it. They've attained what our whole goal is. So like, how did they do it in the midst of life that was very difficult? You know, so it's always good and to ask for their intercession, like you would ask your friend, like, okay, I'm going through this, I'm trying to be better, will you help me? And they're there, like, yes, you know, they're your.
And most people
cheering
love
squad.
history and they love bios, and so most people do. And I think it's really cool to dig into that. I mean, and because it's really incredible. We're talking over 10,000 canonized saints, but everyone in heaven is a saint. So it's going to be cool when we get to heaven. Hope I'm not presumptuous, Lord, that we can kind of talk to them. Oh, how'd you become a saint? I don't know, man. I just walked in the back door. I don't know how I got here. Right? That's what I'm going to say. So yeah, cool stuff. Listen, don't forget to put soul in your food and give food to your soul. God bless you.